3 years ago, I came across a mallard duck that had been killed by a predator. My approach must have frightened it away, because right next to the duck was an undisturbed nest of eggs. I decided to try to hatch out the eggs. The result really surprised me. What seemed like a difficult task was actually pretty simple as long as I followed a few basic steps. Hello, my name is Sam Cunningham. Today I will present those steps so that you too can hatch out duck eggs if the necessity or opportunity arises. There are 4 main steps to incubating and hatching duck eggs. 1. Collecting and identifying the eggs. 2. Selecting the incubator. 3. Candling the eggs. And 4. Care for the ducklings. First, collecting and identifying duck eggs. In my case, I was pretty sure about the identity of the eggs because of the circumstances. In general, duck eggs are usually larger than chicken eggs. They can be any color. Here is a typical duck nest. Mallard ducks lay green eggs. White domestic ducks lay large white eggs. Never remove duck eggs from the nest. Usually the mother will return once you leave. There are several online providers of duck eggs. A reputable one is Metzer Farms. My second point is selecting an incubator. In my case, I live on a farm and we have several incubators in use all year. But most people will not be able to spend a lot of money on a professional egg hatchery. Fortunately for the hobbyists, several inexpensive incubators are easy to order online. A favorite one recommended by IncubatorExpert.com is the Model 2250. The main thing to look for is an internal temperature gauge, adequate ventilation, and an easy access to the eggs. An extra bonus to the fun egg hatching experience is to purchase an automatic egg turner. Duck eggs, just like any other bird eggs, need to be turned every 8 hours to promote development of the duckling. An automatic egg turner will take this chore off your hands, and it's well worth the extra $50 it costs. This brings me to my third point, candling the duck eggs. This is the fun part. According to the DFW Wildlife Coalition, duck eggs take 28 days to develop. So if you come across orphaned eggs, you can go into a dark room and using a very bright flashlight, you can view inside the egg. You can see if the egg is fertile, age the duckling inside, and determine if it's developing properly. Here's a video of a 10-day-old duckling developing. If you look closely, you can see its heart beating. This is a great chart provided by the wildliferehabition.com, which allows you to compare what you see with how old the developing bird is. This brings me to my final step, the hatching and care of the ducklings. Mallards are wild birds and tend to do most of the hard work themselves. The temperature needs to be kept at 99.5 degrees, and the eggs need to be turned. The humidity also needs to be kept at 55%. After that, a day or two before the predicted hatching day, the vent on the incubator should be removed and the eggs removed from the egg turner. Usually the mallard will use its egg tooth and completely remove itself from the egg within 8 to 12 hours. At this point, once dried, the hatchlings can be moved to a box with hay and a good heat lamp to begin to mature. The yolk will keep the duckling nourished for 24 hours, so there is no need to feed them immediately. Fun facts about mallard ducks, according to the American Expedition.us, is that mallard ducks can swim from the moment they are born. They do this to escape any predators waiting nearby. To summarize, hatching orphan mallard eggs is a fun, rewarding, and not too difficult process. Important steps include collecting and identifying the duck eggs, selecting the incubator, candling the eggs, and care for the ducklings. Each step is vital to the proper development of the ducks.